Hello everyone and welcome to my stream. I'm on Twitter personal gaming Stan. Welcome. Oh god. Getting some weird sounds. I don't know if it's static or like plastic being like caught somewhere. Probably it's plastic. I moved a lot of stuff around, like having way more space. I'm around, let me put my gloves. It's a bit cold. Yeah. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Oh, I forgot to do it. Hello, Hans. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Like, woo, I have my gloves now. It's a bit cold, so they're going to be more secured. Let me. I forgot to tweet the. Oh, I'm finally alive. Woo! Give me a second. How's it going, Marie? How's been your day? Mine's being like, yeah, yeah. I can't complain. Well, I can, but you know, like I'm pretty busy these days. Like lots of my customers are like, oh, I want to finish this project. I'm trying to wrap up the AI stuff for BTS Pog, and like, yeah, fingers gloves, because it's a friend of mine like was selling this a few years ago, and they were selling them for like when there was the Pokemon Go craze, I think it was, so like, people can play Pokemon Go with the gloves on, right? And yeah, they're great. Like I can type no problem with this. So in the mornings when it's super cold, I use these gloves and I can type, and they're no problem. I love these gloves. I bought them like 4 5 years ago. Yeah, when the Pokemon Go craze started, I think it was. And I saw them. I was playing Pokemon Go, but I bought them because my friend was selling them, and they were like super good. Okay, give me a second. Live. There we go. I'm just going live. I'm going to be super boring with the tweet. Yeah, yeah. My friend has like really great acumen for selling stuff. Um, like there are two friends that are a couple, and they have their own store for like nerdy stuff, like merchandise and stuff like that. And they have like really great acumen. They are doing great. They make a lot of their own merch, right? Have like a big printer, and they do like some of the like some stuff handmade too, which is great. So like yeah, they're amazing. I have like a plushy Triforce that they made themselves. Like it's somewhere there on my room. Yeah, they're super cool. Yeah, I have today. My day started like really early because I needed to send some files. Thank you for the congratulations, I will. Thank you. There you go, coffee. Nom 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 nom. Well, not nom. I mean, there we go. Thank you, Saibal. How's it going? How's been your day? Mine started like really early because I need to send some files to a customer, and then I was trying to work on like audition for like a small B2B company. They are like fantasy team, and a friend of mine is working there as a manager, and I know the owner of the company. Like we chat a few times. He's a DM VTuber. He's a Dungeon Master VTuber, and we talked a few times when I started VTubing. So we are kind of acquaintances, but we are not like super close. But I was like, oh, that sounds super cool, and I saw their video. They do a Q&A. I was like, it's an adoption type company. So I don't know. I sent my audition, work on it a little in the mornings, just sent it, and hoping for the best. I don't know. I don't have high expectations, right? Probably not going to go to anything, but you know, who knows? My PC is like going super slow. What's happening? Is it? Well, it's a bit. Heating up a little. Looking cause Division 2. Okay, good luck in the division. So yeah, it's fun. It's a fantasy team agency, so we'll see. They have a lot of tabletop RPG stuff, which I love. And but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe the company will like not even like end up releasing anyone, right? It seems like so many small agencies that die before even like debuting a generation, right? So who knows what will happen there, but I don't know. Trying it out. Not going to kill me, I guess. Okay, I'm trying to see if like Oh, the Acrobat is open because I was working on Acrobat. Oh god. Yeah, it's super lagging. Oh god. Why are you lagging so much? Oh, there. If I do use deactivate and activate, no. Hello, 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 hello. Still lagging. Oh, oh well. Did you get a new story model or keep the lore? No, it's you keep everything. They are like an option type. They're just looking for fantasy themed VTubers to like support and have that as part of the lineup. And they don't even like are looking for streamers, just VTubers, right? Because I heard that they were even like considering hiring a VTuber who is like more of a VTweeter, right? They are like a writer or something like that, and they do like writing content stuff like that. So yeah, like they were saying like we're looking for people that seem interesting and cool. I'm like I'm interesting and cool. I don't know. I can make cool shit. I just need like more marketing help because I suck at that. But like I do cool shit. I'll have to find you, but that way I don't need. What? Oh yeah, no, don't worry. Like if I ever end up rebranding or something, I will give you guys some hints, or I will send like Akira. Like at least the mods will like know, right? You guys mods will know, and I will give some like hints or something. But those kind of rebrands are when like big companies hire you, right? And I'm not in big companies radars. Like I sent auditions to Nishisanshi and Hololive. Nishisanshi has never saw an audition of mine. Hololive has downloaded my auditions. I don't know if they watch them, but they have like a 1 to 2 seconds. I mean, watch time in all of them, and they downloaded. So that means like they open the video to see if the video is available, or they download the video. So I don't know if they watch it or not, but at least they open the link, which is more than I can say about Nishisanshi or some other companies. Like, well, like I don't want to talk much shit about it because it's a super small company. But there was like a small company. I was like, oh yeah, you can send an audition to us. We're going to watch all the videos and all of that. I was like, oh great. I have like some acquaintances there, and the company seems nice, and they work on some like plugin stuff and that stuff like that. I was like, oh, maybe I'm a plugin developer too for B2B Studio, so I can like send an audition to them. I was like, oh, let's try it. They never saw my video. That video has 0 views. I even reused the video for another audition. They also didn't saw the video, so like, eh. They're companies that are searching for VTubers that are really popular to boost their company, and not like the other way around, right? So like, I don't know. I'm just going to continue streaming. I would love help with the marketing, right? Because I suck at marketing. If I could get some help with marketing my content and my super events and stuff like that, like I have a lot of ideas I want to do, but we are a small stream. Like if I want to make like a chat control thingy, like I can put that burden onto you guys, right? I need like we will need like a lot of randos going around playing or using stuff. So like, yeah, that's life. But oh well. Okay, so Magic the Gathering. Oh, I'm trying to clap and like I don't know if you guys can hear that. Barely. But I can't clap with the clothes. I don't know if that's good or bad. You're good asset to have on the team, in my opinion. Yes, I think I'm a good asset. I don't know if I'm a good talent. That's the problem. Like, as an asset, I'm amazing, right? But as a talent, that's another thing, right? Like, they are not the same skill set. And that's the part I'm lacking. Like, I'm not that wow amazing talent. Like talent like on screen, right? I'm like average. My accent is weird. I speak too fast. So, I don't know. But okay, Magic the Gathering. So on Friday, I went to this game store to try out my deck, and it went as expected. The deck, we knew the deck was shit,
Nah,
right?
they're just okay. Nothing special in comparison to slime talents like me.
Oh, the mouse is bugging a little. Pogo, you're breaking. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Pogo is currently in evil mode. Yeah, we're experimenting with Noctapus in being able to set up the pets as evil, and so Pogo is at the moment in evil mode. We are testing it out. Basically, we are saying like you're evil. You can say mean stuff, and it's working. Exactly. Yeah. It's a bit awesome there. I mean, it's sadist. Sometimes he starts smiling. You say like, "Oh, you suck," and he says like, "Oh, you can suck my slime" or something like that, and he's smiling like, "Oh, dude, calm down." Noctapus, I think, was going to test it tonight too on their stream, so it's going to be fun. But okay, we knew that the deck sucked, right? But that's not nothing new. Oh god, why my PC lagging so much? Why are you lagging? Oh god. Spout? Oh god, what's happening? I don't know what's lagging so much. Oh, so we knew the deck was sucky, right? That was nothing new. Like, we knew our commander wasn't the best. We knew like we had like really cheap cards. We knew that we were lacking some mana generation, stuff like that. But I tried the deck anyways, and it was fun. But it was clear that we needed to like rebuild the deck. We're going to talk about rebuilding the deck in a little bit, but apart from that, it was super fun. The store was super the store owner, like, well, the clerk or whatever, was super friendly. Like, I had those cards that you guys helped me like pick up that I wanted to add to my package or whatever. Like, I wanted to, like, I ordered like an extra deck, remember, and some cards that I ordered before the stream. But we had like 20 or more cards too that we wanted to buy. That we decided on stream. So I was like, dude, I want to buy some extra cards. And he was like, oh yeah, go to there. They were like, the store like had like 6, 7, 8 tables. Like, it was super big. And he was like, oh, go to one of the tables, sit down, order everything, pay for it with the page, and then tell me, and we're going to get your 2 orders together. So I'm like, oh sure. I added all the cards. Like, it took me like 20 minutes or so from the phone, because I needed to like check my list of cards. I forgot to like pre-made a list beforehand or whatever. And yeah, they were super quick. And while they were getting my order together, I sit on the table, pick up my deck, start like shuffling, right? And there were other people in the store, and we're like, dude, oh, that's a commander deck. Do you want to play commander? I was like, yes, of course I want. That's why I'm here. So yeah, like, it wasn't like 10 minutes that I was waiting for my order that I already had a commander game going. So that was super good. And the first 2 guys that I played with were super friendly, but they were a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. Compared to the others that I played afterwards, I think the first 2 were a bit interesting. One had a dog. Just a detail. The dog was important, but he came with a weird how. There were 2 self-centered, I will say, because the first one of the guys was friendly, but the one of them was friendly and less weird, right? Peculiar, yes, peculiar. But the guy with the dog was like, I was like, yes, I'm playing a Boros deck, which is red white, right? We are like playing like a lot of creatures and such, and he picked like a deck which was like, oh, this deck, whenever I cast my commander, he kills everything. I'm like, I'm using a deck based on creatures, dude. What do you expect me to do? So like, it was a losing match from the start. I had fun anyways, right? But it was like, come on, dude. I'm just starting. This is my first game. Like, come on. Yeah. Like, I was like, yeah, let's have fun. Yeah, give me fingers. Woo! How's it going, man, dude? And I was like, okay, sure. let's have fun anyways. But it was like, you're being a bit of an ass. It was an interesting deck, not gonna lie. His deck was super fun, but like, if it was me in his situation, I would have picked a different deck. Like, they all show me that they tend to have like 2 or 3 decks that they get to the events, and I was like, you could have picked another deck, but I only played with those 2 guys 1 or 2 games, and then they left to play another rule set of Magic, which is a cube, which they like do like a draft with like use cards. It's something weird, but they were playing that and they were continue to play that for like the whole night. So thankfully 2 other players came to my table. One was more mechanical oriented. He had like interesting decks, but they weren't like super powerful, but more like weird combo oriented. Mainly playing blue. I think he played blue in all of his decks, which are like super controlling cards and stuff like that. And I told him like, yeah, this is my 3rd game or 2nd game of Commander, right? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. Also, like, he didn't focus on me, which was great. He had like counter spells and some other stuff, and he focused them on the other player who had like more green oriented combos. Like, he had a green and blue decks, and they both were oriented to like having some big creatures, right, attacking. So it was interesting. I could do some stuff, but his decks were a bit insane. Like, at some point, his creature, like, you see creatures here, right? I don't know if you can see the numbers, but in Magic, a creature with 6 attack and 6 health is considered like big, right? This dude in his deck at some point, he was making like creatures that were like getting buffed to like 200, 400 attack, and was like, excuse me? And I had the problem that my deck didn't have any hard removals, right? It didn't have any way to like properly kill like a 400. Yes, it was super dumb. It was a fun deck. It wasn't like super quick. It took its time, but it was a good deck compared to mine, right? Yes, Magic has stuff like that. Magic, the difference between Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Has specific effects for specific situations that produce a specific result, right? Magic is super mechanically oriented. More so in Commander is a mode to play Magic. Is a way to play Magic where you combo cards in a way that they are not intended to combine, right? You are like using cards from like way too many years apart that working together in Commander, they make stupid results like that. No, I have 40. In Commander, you have 40 life. So yes, the moment he hit me with any of those creatures, I was dead. So it was super stupid, super insane, but it was fun, right? It was all in good fun. He played like a blue deck with artifacts that was about like making golems and buffing them or something like that. Another one was like dragons, a red deck which was creature based, similar to mine, but like more focused, with big creatures and dragons, which was super cool. And a green deck which was the one with the 400 creature attack, which was super insane. It was super fun, though. Like, they were all playing like super fair. They weren't like focusing on me because I was the new player. They were like letting me take my time to play, and being like kind and answering all my questions. Like, I can't complain. Green Eds. No. He was a different kind of creature. Like, there's a lot of creature with Eds. I think he had 1 or 2, but there's green has a lot of ways to buff cards. And the green is the color of big creatures, right? That's why Hydras are on green. Green is known for giants, for green creatures, for stuff that is solely big and stupid. So yeah. That's green's a cool color. You can play defensively until you get your big creature and then like punch someone in the face. It's super fun. So yeah, it was a fun deck. that guy had that kind of deck, and there was another guy that was playing mainly bluish decks. He was mainly countering the other guy, so like they were playing together. I was on the side, like being annoying, basically. But I had the problem that my deck, when it was working, when I had a good draw, it was like goodish, but it ran out of steam quickly. And that was the issue I was having, right? And I didn't want to tinker with the deck in the middle of the matches, right? I was like, oh yeah. They were saying like, yo, is it your deck? No, I want to do it in my house, super chill. Let's just play. I'm just here to play. I'm not here to win, so I was having fun anyways. And then afterwards, the commander can be playing that with 4 players, right? So the guy with the super green decks had a friend that was coincidentally like he lived like pretty near my house, like nearish, right in the same kind of general area. So I was like, oh, that's so cool, someone from my area. So that guy came and he was playing with like wolf deck, which was super cool. Like it was a really chill deck that was making wolves, and the wolves were buffing each other, and it worked kind of similar to my deck, but in that sense. But his deck um had the particularity of that it had a lot of effects that only work when he didn't play any cards, which was weird. Like he could play a land, and as long as he only play a land, like to add mana, he could play in the other people's turns to generate new effects or bigger effects. It was super interesting. Like it was super fun deck. The guy was super chill. Like I like him a lot. He was super cool, and I played like 2 or 3 matches with like that guy too. Like we were playing a 4-player game, and then I was like super tired. I was like on Buenos Aires. I was in the city like for since the morning because I had to meet some family in the morning and stuff like that. So I was super tired. It was like 9 p.m. I was awake till since like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. I was super tired. So I was like, okay, no, I can't do math anymore. Like numbers are too hard for me. Like so I ordered some food because the store was like divided in half, and half the store was cards and board games and stuff like that, and the other one was food, right? So you can order food while playing cards and other games. So the store was super good. The food was on price. It wasn't like overly expensive. I ordered like a hot dog with like Mexican sauce and stuff like that. It was super good. And so I ordered some food. They continued to play without me. Like another guy that was giving me some advice while I was playing. Um, he gave me like some cards names to like check later. He took my place, and he was playing a super interesting deck, which was the deck made him immortal, where he like summoned a lot of that he couldn't attack, but anyone couldn't attack him. So it became like a war of attrition between the guy with the 400 creatures attack creatures and this guy which was immortal. It was super fun, and the other guy with the wolf was playing a demon deck, which he almost won because he had a deck with which he could like chill, and eventually he got lucky. He could win without doing anything. It was super stupid combination of decks. It was super fun to watch, and I almost missed the last train to go home in order to like see the end of the match because it was super interesting. Like it was a really fun time. I had a blast, as you can tell. Chile dog, like, no, it wasn't that kind of like, it was more like Mexican inspired. It wasn't like too like hot. I would have loved it was like chili sauce or like something with like hot sauce or something, but no, it was like normal, good condimented hot dog. It was like a really good hot dog, I have to say. Like it was a good hot dog, like super good hot dog, and it was like that with a Coke and some nachos. It was like, let me do some calculations. It was like $3 or something like that. It was super cheap. I was like, oh shit, sure, $3. Like I spent it. I was in the store seeing like I arrived at the store at like 3:30, and I left the store at like 9 like 10 p.m. So I was like there like 7 hours or so. Like it was a long time. I should have ordered more food. I felt bad afterwards. But yeah, um, something that I was super nervous because I left my family, like I ended the family meeting and stuff at around like noon. So I stayed on, on a McDonald's until like 2 p.m. and then I decided to like walk. It was like 3 kilometers or something like that till like the store because I knew the area. I was like, oh, I can walk there. I have done it before, but I didn't take into account that yes, it was a cold day, but I was walking with like long sleeves and like a jacket, right? So when I arrived to the store, I was super sweaty. I was like, oh no, I went to like a mall that's near the store. I was like, oh no, let me try to like dry my t-shirt or something. Give me a second. Sorry. I was trying to like dry my clothes because I was like, oh no, I'm too sweaty. Ah, they're going to hate me. But yeah, like it was fine. No one cared. How many cards did you buy? I bought around 40, no, around 100 cards because, no, 140 cards because I bought a pre-made deck, which was about $40, and I bought another $40 of cards. Some are useful, some were bad picks in retrospective, but it wasn't too much money. I spent like less than $100 so far in my commander journey. I have enough cards now to have, like, I have 2 decks now. This is my deck, right? The one we were tinkering last time, right? So this is our commander, and the commander is no longer going to be the commander. This is a lie. This is not the deck we did last time. It's already a tinker deck. I already added a lot of cards that we bought last time, and some that I bought before. And yes, this is a new deck. This is the improved version. This is our new commander because this is one of the cards we picked on stream last time. This is a Feather. I have it here so you guys can see him. Like, this is Feather. This is our new commander, right? Yes, this commander retire is going to be part of the deck because it's not a bad normal card. It's like cheap, has a good effect, but yes, it's not anymore. This is our new commander. This is Feather. We picked him on stream last time because we thought it was a cool card, and anyone told me like, yes, replace this guy. No, replace him for this, and like 3 or 4 players told me the same thing. So I was like, okay, let's replace him. And the moment I think it through, I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Because what does Feather does? Whenever I cast a spell that buffs, like not a buff, that targets any creature of mine, the spell is not sent to the graveyard, but it's sent to like an away area, right? It's sent like to the side, and then at the end of my turn, it comes back. So I have infinite spells, as long as the spells target my creatures. Which means like every turn, like if this guy is on the field, yes, it returns them to the hand. Yes, it's insane. So like, let's imagine these 2 guys are on the field. This is the old commander, this is a new one. Yeah, like I can like target him. Let me find a spell. For example, this one. This spell here targets 3 creatures, right? I can cast a spell, target the 2 of them, they both get buffed. They attack, they do whatever. And at the end of my, like, the spell is not sent to the graveyard, but it's sent like to the side of right? To the an outside area, right? And when I finish my turn, the spell comes back. And even if I cast a spell, like, I can cast instants outside my turn, as long as they touch a creature of mine, they are going to be sent to the side, and at the end of my turn, like, all the turns are going to go around, and then I do my turn. At the end of my turn, that spell I use in another player's turn will come back too. So I have basically infinite spells, which help me, like, with the fact that my deck doesn't have good card draw. But I also bought card draw, and so those card draws that I bought, they can also target creatures, which means they also get returned. So I have like an engine now, like I have, yeah, it's called an engine, right? Like have like a loop, right? I can like cast spells, they go away, they come back, and I can do that over and over again. Like I have that card that we were talking about the last time. It's here somewhere that I can like buff all my creatures, and those creature kills more creatures, and then because that the spell costs focus my creatures, the spell will go outside, and then the spell will come back again and can touch my creatures again, and it was like 1 mana per creature to cast that spell, which had like infinite targets as long as I have mana. So it means like I have like it's this one. Launch the fleet. Launch the fleet says sorcery, so I can cast it only on my turn, right? And this spell costs 1 more for each target beyond the first, right? And it costs 1 mana. So, and the target is whenever like it enchants a creature until the end of the turn, making that creature do like when it attacks, it creates a 1/1 token, which is like an extra creature. That's attacking, right? So basically I double my creatures. And I double them again. And as long as I have mana, like I can have like infinite amount of creatures, which is insane. And given that this is my commander, like yeah, when he dies, it becomes like 2 mana like more expensive to cast, right? But I can cast it again. Whatever. Like it's profit. So yeah, what else? Like, what basically meant that Feather is our commander now? That what's the problem? Feather, as you can see there on the screen, like over there, right? It only works with instants and with sorceries, right? And our previous version of this deck was focused on auras and enchantments, which are not triggered by this, right? So I had to cut like 20 cards or some of the deck. I also removed some cards that I wasn't happy with while playing on Friday. So it was good that I played enough with the previous version to know that, okay, this card, whenever I draw it, it feels like a pain in the back to use. And I have some cards already that I'm not too sure about. I think that my deck now is a bit more consistent and it's going to be able to like roll out more. So I think it's going to be fine with those cards, but I don't know. I need to check. Like I also bought like the Mana Stones, these cards here that allow me to like cast more spells, right? I bought like a Soaring. I bought like a lot of cards that will help me like cast more spells. For example, this one, which allows me like to tap a creature to basically like make a creature unusable for the turn, right? And it will give me mana of any color. So that's a great, like if I'm going to create a lot of tokens with these and some other spells, right? This is going to be able to make me like, it will enable me to use those token creatures, those ones that I may not use much, to like get mana, to cast more spells or to return the commander if the commander gets killed, right? I also added some like instant death skills. I added this one. This is a spell that I already had. I didn't have to buy this one. I already have a copy. It was one of those spells that I randomly had, which allowed me to destroy a creature. It's like 3 mana. It's a bit expensive, but for removal. But allowed me to destroy a creature that had damage. I had attacked anything this turn. So as long as the creature attacked and deal damage to another creature, it will allow me to kill it. So this is a great card. And I added the cool cards that we are already checking. Like this one allow me to like touch multiple creatures and some more mana sources. This one I'm not too sure. He looks cool. He basically gets buffs as long as he attacks with more creatures. This one of those I'm like, it will be fine. We are going to like, if we get like, yeah, like as long as we are using like, if we combine this one with that other one that created like the small soldiers, it's going to trigger together. So that's going to be fun, I think. I have a lot of cards like that given how the deck is going to work now, it's going to work more fine, I guess. but yeah, like this one are too like seemed like a good idea initially, but I'm not sure how the adventure is going to work. It's an instant, so I guess this card is going to like return two with Feather. It's also always a creature, so I'm not sure about this one. It's a good card to use when Feather is not there too. It's basically another buff. And so yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to work quite fine. I think the creature that we bought and the creature already had combined, I'm going to make a decent deck. I have yet to try it, right? And I'm not going to go to the store this week because they told me, yeah, we tend to play Commander more on like Fridays. So I'm like, okay, I need to like get out of work early on a Friday so I can arrive there like at 7 p.m. or something so I can get like at least 2 or 3 games, right? And it was a holiday, so the last train was a bit earlier. But a normal Friday, the last train is like 11 p.m. or something, so I can stay like a bit later next time. So as long as I get out of work like at like 4 p.m. or something, it should be fine. So yeah, it was quite adventure. It was fun. I learned a lot. It was cool to see that okay, not everyone is trying to make like the most super dangerous, insane commander deck. Some of them clearly were, but even those were using like fun decks. They were gimmick enough that they were fun. Like one of the guys had like the blue player one had one which was like based on Warhammer. It was like mostly Warhammer cards, and they were super fun cards. So like I was happy with that. So this is the deck that we were tinkering with last time, right? So I also bought another deck, which was a pre-made one. So let me show you that one. Came with a bots. Look at this. Oh, it's so cool. Had like a small botsy. It came like, let me show the whole package. Like, came like in this package, and inside the package came this bots. Like it was like folded. So like you like I was like, oh, what's this piece of cardboard? I was like, oh, it's a bot. So cute. So yeah, this is the deck we bought. It's a like token triumph it's called, and it's like the commander is like I can Emara solves the accord. It's a deck based on like creating tokens, which are like disposable creatures, right? And then buffing them. Oh god, something fell off. Oh, it was over there. Okay. Yes, this is a pre-made one. This is one that I bought it like already made. So like now I have two decks, so I can rotate them, and hopefully like convince like a friend or my brother to play together with me, right? That's the other plan. To maybe play some games at home. Because having two decks means I can play with someone. I know, smart. That was spent like $40. I wanted to buy a pre-made one, so I know this one is decent, right? Even so, I already did change one or two cards because I didn't like them. But apart from that, it's fine. Let me put the commander on screen. Emara solos the core. Yes, that one. And some people were like, "Oh, you should focus on one deck or something like that." I was like, I don't know. I think I want to make more than one deck to have like be able to play with other people, right? So this is the commander of this one. It's another art, but it's the same one. Is whenever Emara solos the core becomes tapped, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. Lifelink means that whenever the creature does damage, it heals you for the same amount of damage, right? So, for example, if that 1/1 token does 1 damage to another creature or to the face or whatever, it heals me for 1, right? Which doesn't tend to be like game changer, but it's fine. It's good to have more life, and the deck has stuff that reacts to creatures dying or like having tokens or like getting healed, right? Green white, yes. This is a green white deck. You can see they are like, there we go, green white. So yeah. What's the interesting part about the card? It says there whenever a mana gets tapped. So it means like when she attacks, when she taps because of an ability, when she taps because she is used to convoke another creature, when she's tapped because another ability tells you to like tap a creature, right? So whenever she gets like, she's like this and she gets like pop, no matter why, she creates a token, which is amazing because green has a lot of ways to tap creatures. For example, Convoke. Convoke is a mechanic where you can tap creatures in order to get mana and cast a spell using them. And there's other way to like trigger similar abilities using green or some white spells, but a lot of greens. Green white has a lot of Convoke in general. So this deck is in general quite interesting. Like most of the creature do stuff related to like that, to tapping or creating tokens. This is one of the spells I'm not too sure about. For example, this is Scatter the Seeds. The problem is that it has Convoke. Like it has Convoke, it means like you can tap other creatures, right? To pay mana for this spell, which the creatures can be the tokens. So I can tap her to use mana, but I can also like tap the creature that she creates to get more mana even. So like, it's amazing. And this, for example, allow me to create 3 1/1 saplings, which are like just tokens, green tokens, right? For example, this one, this is just to destroy attached. Yeah, be able to destroy attached article or enchantment is so useful too. Like having like free, well, quote unquote free. Like it's a 3 mana to 1, but it's a good effect. Let me see if I can find. But for example, this one. This deck is about like creating like those super small creatures, right, all over the place. So having like a card like this one, which is like creature you control get +3/+3 and trample, which trample means like they have piercing damage, right? So like basically all our 1/1s become like 4/4s, which is like, sure, why not? This just, and it has like a lot of ways, like if creatures don't tap creatures or convoke or create tokens, well, even when they create tokens, the fact is that it has like a lot of creatures that can use abilities to take advantage of the fact that you are going to have like extra mana by using the creatures as mana, right? So they have a lot of creatures like 2 mana to choose fine, but 4 mana to create a token, yes, but maybe you can use this ability on your opponent's turn before your turn starts, so you can use the extra mana that you didn't use last turn. So it has a lot of abilities like that. For example, this one, all creatures you control gets +1/+1. So it means like all the green saplings, 1/1 green saplings will get +1/+1. So like, yeah, it's like, it has like a really solid synergy. That's why it's fun about these pre-made decks. It sounds fun. It gives two 1/1 soldier tokens with lifelink. Again, they can heal. And this ability is interesting. This one, let me put it on screen. Because I was confused about this ability. So I had to like Google it. Trostani Discordant. Look at this one. It was super weird because it says, okay, you control get +1/+1, which is fine, right? But then it says like, and it creates 2 tokens when it comes, which like for 5 mana, again, she's a 1/4. It's like, okay, yes, please, thank you. But look at this. At the beginning of your end step, so like it means end step is the end of your turn, each player gains control of all the creatures they own. This ability is like weird, but basically means like if there's a spell that stole a creature of yours or like from another players on the field at the moment, the creature will come back to their owner, which is situational, but can be really fun and useful, right? Like my creature gets stolen for some reason, which can happen. This will just return the creature to me, which is like, sure. Or like, I saw a deck that was you cast creatures in other people's creature spaces, right? In other people's fields. So like you gift creatures to players, and those creatures do bad stuff to the player, right? So this basically destroys the deck. So yeah, this is super situational, but gear tokens. So creating tokens already go with good with our deck. It buffs our creatures, great with our deck, and it basically has like an extra effect that can be useful. Yeah, super interesting. Yeah. That deck with the Trojan horse kind of deck was super funny. Like I saw a video about that one and was like, oh, I want to play that deck. It was super weird because it had creatures like, yes, this creature like, and the spell also made it so like the creatures you summon in other people's fields can't attack you, right? You are immune to those creatures. So basically, you give them creatures like, oh, you need to spend 2 mana every turn to keep this creature alive, or you lose the game, right? Or like, I don't know, you lose 5 life every turn to keep this super big creature, right? They were super situational, super weird, but they're basically like making the game harder for the other players, which sounds fun, a bit sadistic, but a little bit of sadism. A little bit of sauce is good. There we go. Let's go with sauce. White Sun Senil. Instant create Eds Chuchu. Oh, this one, another of those Eds cards. Let me put it on screen. White Sun Senil. There we go. This is one of those Eds cards, right? So like this card costs 3 mana as a base, and then I can spend like I need to spend at least 1 more mana to create like 2 white cat creatures tokens onto the battlefield, and then I shuffle this spell into my deck, right? So it means like I can create like I can use all my mana, and it's an instant, right? I can cast this before my turn starts, right? In the opponent's turn. So like use all my mana to create like a lot of tokens and then return the spell to my deck. And eventually we will come back again. And as you can see there, it's mentioning like a lot of like tokens, right? And the deck comes with the tokens too. Let me find them. Are they here? No. Let me find the token. Yeah, here. So, oh, here. I found it. Like it comes with the token cards. That's super fancy. Like that's something I was in bios. Like I had a lot of envy for the other players of the table because they have this all the like the fancy tokens and super cool like back cards, like sleeves for the cards, right? With like drawings and stuff like that. They were super fancy. I'm like, I'm taking my deck out of a bot, and it's mostly like common creatures, and my token are Pokemon cards. So yeah, I was a bit embarrassed, but eh. For example, this is the Choo White Cat creature. I think this one. Yeah, this one. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can hear it, can see it. Look at that. That's a cat. So cool. Yeah. Look at that. So cool. That's a cat. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's more like a lion, but it's another cat, but I think it's like a one. Oh, a cat beast. That's a. Is the same? No, this is a cat beast. No, it's a cat. We are poor, we are proud. Yes, just cat. Yeah, it's just a cat. Like it's a cat in two legs and attacking, but whatever. Yes, there's a lot of cats in Magic the Gathering. Yeah, like this deck comes with a Planeswalker, which is a cat. I'm going to show it in a bit. When we find it, I'm going to show it. But it has a lot of like all these tokens, which are great. Like whenever it says like, oh, it creates a sapling, right? So
Why should I waste my precious slime time doing something for you?
So mean. This is a sapling. Look at that. Just like a piece of wood.
Oh, so you have not only bad taste in games but also poor grammar. Noted.
Yeah, I asked him before the stream if he liked Magic the Gathering, and he says like, no, Magic the Gathering sucks. So he's a Yu-Gi-Oh player probably. So, yeah, this is a land card. It's like the normal dual land cards. Touch you target creatures. You target artifact creatures. Oh, so I can install like other people's. Yeah, I can like no touch artifact. Where am reading creatures? So I can install artifacts or
You
enchantments.
pay me to be a cheeky slime, not to be your personal assistant. Get your facts straight.
And I can basically like also like search for lands with this. Like yeah, way to like ramp. Oh, this is another creature card will convoke. This card basically like I can tap other creatures, right, to cast a spell. So basically like, yeah, he's good. He's super good. Like you are not going to win against him. It's a part of AI more. It's the future. So like this creature can like convoke, which is like yeah, tap other creatures. So like it's going to the command is going to trigger all the time. That's the beauty of this deck. And yeah, I can search for more lands. Basically, you are going to like going to have like infinite mana, right? This creature like targets like buff my creature and I can cast it like anytime. It's super weird the deck. It creates like a lot of tokens everywhere. Creature gets undestructible. Death touch, which means like I can kill creatures with like just attacking them, which is great. And this one, like when Hornet Queen enters the battlefield, create 4/1/1 tokens with death touch, so I can have like tokens that are like able to kill like any creature with 1 damage, which is like, yeah, sure. I'm the future too. Yeah, like AI need like, the artificial intelligence needs like dumb people for it to be useful too, right? So like yeah, we're needed for now. Eventually we're going to end up in the Matrix, right? The Matrix is like telling us about the future, what's to come. Oh, this one is good. Like when most of many enters the battlefield, draw a card for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you. Basically, like you're going to have like a lot of tokens, so basically I'm going to like draw at least 1 or 2 cards with this one. It's also a body, so this one is like betting on my commander being cast a lot of times, right? Like dying a lot. Because it says like creatures you control get +1/+1 for each time you have cast your commander from the command zone this game. So like, yeah, expecting your commander to die, which is great. This is interesting. This one has lieutenant, which means at the beginning of the combat, you're on your turn, if you control your commander, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. And it's like it's a counter. It's a permanent buff. So like, sure. Oh, this one is good. Like it basically like removes a creature from the game. It has convoke, so it triggers this. And yeah, it can basically like if someone uses like that 400 attack creature, I can just like yeah, silent it. It's going to be like whoop out of the game for a bit. Although I get the deal from the Matrix. Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, give me better steak. Like, who cares? If it tastes like a steak and look like a steak, what's the matter, right? This one is like a 3 mana legendary, and it says like, when it enters the battlefield, I put a 1/1 counter, so a permanent buff, on 2 creatures. And each creature becomes like, it gains the ability to tap itself to gain mana. So, like, if I have in this, thank you for the congratulations, thank you. I'm drinking. I finished my coffee, but I have water. You got that? A lot of water. There we go. So, water then, yeah. Waterboarding. I mean, so this one is like, it gives a creature, like it buffs a creature so that, oh no, it says like any creature with a counter, which is great because I have other cards that give me counters, has like, it can tap for mana, right? So I can give a counter to this one, I can give like a 1/1 to this one, and it can like start tapping. So yeah, like a lot of ways to like trigger the effect. Oh, this one is great. It's an enchantment. It's like permanent. I can cast it there, it stays there, and as long as this card is not like dispelled or destroyed, all my creatures get +3/+3. So like, yeah, why not? It's free. Well, not free. Like, it's expensive, but given everything that the deck does, it's possible to cast this one. Not impossible. This one is a bit. This is one of the creatures that I'm not too sure about because it says like, this one here. It's hard. I know that, like, the camera is a bit farther away, so you can see more of my table, but I know the cards are not legible. But like, this one is Champion of Lambolt, which says like, creatures with power less than Champion Lambolt power can block creatures you control. So like, as long as I buff this creature a lot, no creature can attack me, right? It can block me. And it also says like, when another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on this one. So as long as tokens get created, this card gets bigger, and the bigger this card gets, then my cards become invincible, which is great. You can play a good game with the cards. You grab the card and try to make them flip. I mean, yeah. But brain is fun. Brain is fun. This one is just a normal one. Like, there's a lot of cards like this one in green, which is like, basically like, you can tap them for mana. And this one is interesting because it's a green card, but it's tapped for like white mana. So like, sure, why not? I don't have any brain cells. No, you're fine. Mori, you tell people if the water is drinkable. You have brain cells. You need brain for that. Oh, this is a mana stone. And basically trades damage to get like mana, which is fine. Like, I got how the cards that heal me, so yeah, why not? I drink water sometimes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I imagine you drink a lot of water given your work, so you're the watery boy. You're the water boy. There we go. Muri the water boy. You're Adam Sandler in that weird movie. Oh, this one is interesting. Whenever you attack, it's an enchantment, so it says active like, as long as no one destroys it, right? Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, draw a card. So like, I can draw an extra card every turn as long as it stays active, because I will always have like a lot of tokens. I mean, Cyril is the waterboard boy, right? He likes waterboarding. It's like a bit different, I think. Oh, I like this creature. Like, it creates like saplings at the beginning of each of my turns. And it's a big body. It's a 7/7. It's a bit expensive, but again, the deck has ways to
I'll
cast
pass on the offer, thank you very much. Nobody gets to pat this slime without my consent.
it. Oh, this one says search for lands with Eds, and Eds is the number of creatures that are tapped that I control. So basically, like, as long as I attack with a lot of tokens, I can use this card and like get like 10 lands in a turn or something like that. This is super cool and dumb. Okay, oh, this is the Planeswalker. Let me put it on the screen. This is the Planeswalker that comes with the deck. Which basically is like another creature, which like another player, like a virtual player that sits on your side, right? And he doesn't use mana for cast stuff, but like loyalty tokens. So it's like a shiny, color. There's a lot of shinies. This is a cat boy. Look at that. And it says like put a 1/1 counter on up to one target creature, which like goes great. We like counters, given how the deck works. This can also work in like the other deck, right? It's even white. I can even move it around eventually. Because it's not bad for 3 mana, being able to put counters on creatures. It's great for this deck too. It's not a target, right? It's not a target spell, right? But it's good. For -3, with basically like Planeswalker world like this, right? +1 gives more health, but also like you use your health with like I call like loyalty tokens, I think, loyalty points or whatever, to cast the other effects, right? So I can get a +1 and it becomes a 5, but also it's their health, right? So we need to be careful. But if I somehow manage, like if I use a -3, it gives flying and double strike to one creature. But if I get a -8, it put its 2/2 white cat creatures on the battlefield, where its is your life total, which is insane. Like, yes, it takes like 4 turns to trigger to using the only a +1. So this one is not likely to happen. But if it happens, damn, imagine like making like 40, 30 tokens. That's a lot of cats. That's more cats that I have in real life. That's a lot of cats. I love it. I can see it basically like give you mana in the colors of your commander, which are like green and white, which is a good card. Some like dual lands. I bought a few. I added some more dual lands, and I changed one that had the deck that wasn't too good with another one that I bought myself, which was a little bit gooder. You want to stress an enchantment, gives me like tokens, an amount of tokens equals to the number of to the mana cost of the enchantment I destroyed. So like for 2 mana, it's insane. It's insane. This one is a bit weird. I'm not too sure about this one. I guess it's a good card to have, but it says like discard your hand and draw a card for each creature you control. I can draw a lot of cards, but it's like 4 mana to cast, and then I need to like spend 4 more mana and tap it and destroy it to draw like a lot of cards. So it's like 8 mana to draw 16 cards or something like that, which I need to destroy if at the end of my turn, because you can't have in your hand more than 7 cards unless you have a card that says otherwise. So like it's good, right? But I don't know. Enchantment when this is the one like enchantment. When you gain life, you may pay 2 mana, and if you do, draw a card, which is like we gain life with a lot of effects. So like great synergy, drawn cards, and also for 4 mana, I can create a 1/1 white soldier with lifelink, which basically like lifelink means like if that soldier attacks, I gain life, which triggers this effect, which draws me cards. Good. Good for the deck at least. Planes. Draw a card for each creature you control. 6 mana, but yeah, I can draw like a lot of cards given the deck. More dual land. Just pair a Sentinel. Reach, which means like it can attack like flying creatures. Tap and untap a creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. Yeah, this is another one like it can tap itself, I can tap the commander, and basically it gives me like more mana, which is like, sure, I'll take it. More mana, an extra body. Gimme. Flash, which means I can cast it in also my turn. And it gives creatures +2/+2. And it stays like active. So like yeah, it's another version of the other one. All this is interesting. We were reading this card the other day. So I was like interested in this card already, which says like you gain Edge life and draw Edge cards, where Edge is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. So yeah, we are going to have a lot of creatures, so we can draw a lot of cards, and we can like get out of life. Oh, -X. Yeah, those are like loyalty tokens, like loyalty tokens, loyalty value, whatever. Planeswalker work like they have like the life here, right? Which also is their like mana. So in order to cast the -8, it needs to have 8 or more life, right? And it will like discount or like subtract all that cost, right? So whenever I use the +1, it will gain an extra point. And whenever I use the -3, it's going to get -3 points and such. So like it's a good cut, but yeah, the -8 is not going to happen much. Yes, but the only way to add like life is using the +1. I think there are cards that give loyalty to planeswalkers, but I don't have any of them, so I'm not sure. The +1 already is good for our deck, so it's going to work quite fine. And the give flying and double strike is already good enough. If the 8/1 triggers, it's going to be amazing, but yeah. Good kitty, yes. He's a good kitty. Good kitty. All creatures you control get +1/+1. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, under your control, create a 1/1 creature token. Oh, this one is great. It's expensive, but gives by default it gives all creatures +1/+1. I guess creatures as long as I put in mana, which happens a lot in this deck. Oh, this one is really good. Like, if I reveal a forest in my hand, this one comes in the battlefield like untap, so I can use it in the first turn. I can have like both either forest or plains. So good man, good card. This is another create a kitty card, and it's an enchantment. So I cast it, it stays on the side, and whenever I put a land. I can choose to either create a cat or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control, which are both great effects. The 1/1, if I already have a lot of creatures, is insane. And the creature gain vigilance, which means like every turn I can attack with all my creatures, they can attack, and then stay ready to defend for the opponent's turn. So, yeah, if I manage to prop this with a lot of tokens on the field, amazing. Oh, Curse of Bounty. This one is good. Like, it's an enchantment, but I enchant a player, right? I choose a player, right? And it says, whenever an enchanted player is attacked, I untap all lands. No, all non-land permanents. Sorry, I untap all non-land permanents I control, which means creatures, artifacts, those kind of things. But I have artifacts that give mana, and given how the deck works, a lot of creatures, if they are untapped, they are potential mana. So basically, whenever I attack a specific player, I get mana back in the form of creatures and stuff like that, right? Also, each opponent attacking that player also untaps that mana. Untaps the non-permanent creatures, I mean. So like it makes so like everyone will attack a player I choose, and whenever they attack, my creature gets untapped, which means I can use mana in other player's turn by getting my creatures untapped, which is super great. And for 2 mana, it can get problematic, probably, given that I'm going to make a player antagonistic against me. But it's good mana. I want mana. I want free shit. That's good. Shade Mesh. Oh, you want to just create a for 3 mana, you can create an extra token, which it's fine. Oh, this one is great. This one says like creatures you control have like tap, get green mana. Right? So if this creature is on the field, it means like I can tap this creature every turn to prop its effect, the commander, right? Yeah, I love it. Plains. Farhaven Elf. When Farhaven Elf enters the battlefield, you may set your library for a basic land, put it to the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Yeah. Ramp, more lands, great. Another Convoke? Sing for haircut! Oh, this is to style target attacking or blocking creature. So basically, if a big creature is going to attack me, I can just exile it with this. I can use it like to tap other creatures and basically like prop my commander again. So like, yes, synergy. Oh, a creature with landfall. So basically, whenever a land is played in my battlefield, it gets another support link creature thingy. So yeah, good. Sovereign. This is the emblematic commander mana card. It is like a 1 mana artifact, which when I tap, it creates 2 colorless mana. This card is super good. Well, it's not super good. It's stable. It's a safe bet, right? You don't know what card to add to your deck. You can add a Soaring and it's going to be fine. Most creatures have like some like non-color mana cost that you can use for. So like imagine I have like turn 1 Soaring and then or turn 2 like I have like 2 mana. I can cast like Soaring and then use Soaring to cast this elf and have like a turn 3 creature in turn 2 or something like that. Like that's the beauty of Soaring. Like it accelerates stuff. Oh, Mental of the Meek. When another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, I can pay 1 mana and draw a card. And given the amount of 1/1 tokens and 2/2 tokens I'm creating, this one is super good. Another card draw like related to like my creatures. Oh, this one's another one that allows me to tap another creature, but this one creates a support link. So I can pay 1 mana, tap this creature, type another creature, I create a 1/1 token. So, good. When a creature enters the battlefield and your control, creature you control gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Basically, just like a small buff. Oh, when a creature enters your battlefield, I wonder if like it triggers for each creature. Let me Valor in Necros. Let me Google that. Valor in Across. Yeah, multiple creatures, yeah. Let's see if there's sage advice. It probably is. Rulings. While Valor in Across ability affects only creature you control the time the ability resolves. Include the creature that caused it to trigger. Creature you began to control later in a turn? Okay, so it basically gives +1/+1 to each creature that is in the battlefield already, but does it trigger multiple times? Like multiple creatures, yeah. Like if I create like 10 tokens at a time, does it trigger 11 times? Each creature you enter in the battlefield will cause Valor to trigger. You will get 1 trigger for each it's like a creature like Valor triggers for each individual creature entering the battlefield. So basically, whenever all the cards that trigger like create 1/1 tokens, multiple 1/1 tokens are going to trigger this ability multiple times. It's insane. Again, this is it's an enchantment. Well, it's a good enchantment that will work there well in this deck too. Nullmage Shepherd. Tap 4 top creature you control. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I don't like this one too much. It's another way to tap her, but how other ways to destroy artifacts, but this one is one that I'm not too sure about. Is like 4 mana, draw 3 cards. I guess it's fine. Sounds expensive. Drawing cards is good, so. Idol of Oblivion. 2 mana, artifact, draw a card. I did only if you create a token this turn. Oh, so as long as I create a token, I can like draw a card with this one. And this one is, and the other ability is like 8 mana. Sacrifice Idol of Oblivion. I create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token. And I have the Eldrazi token here somewhere. Here. This is the Eldrazi. Like, look at this shit. Look at that. That's so cool. Look at that. So cool. Oh no, I like the design. Oh, this is another one I'm not too sure. Like this defender, and whenever it gets damage, create that many 1/1 insect creatures with flying and death touch, which is great. Even if it only gives me 1, I guess it's not that bad. But man, those are expensive and gimmicky. I need to get attacked. No, it's dealt damage. I need to attack it somehow. Oh, this one is so good. Like Convoke. Basically, I can tap other creatures, right? Which is good. And it's 7 mana, which is a lot, but I can tap other creatures. So as long as I have like 7 creatures to tap, is free, right? I can only cast it on my turn because it's a sorcery, but destroy all no token creatures. So as long as the other people's decks are not token related, I can like obliterate the board. So great. Rulebook defense is Populate. Populate is copy a token. And also it's an instant. And also creature you control gain is indestructible until the end of turn, which is like, sure. A way to save all my tokens for a turn. Command Tower is another of the super commander basic cards, right? Most commander decks will have Commander Tower in some way because it's like a special land that you can like put down and it gives you mana in your commander's color. Like 1 mana. So basically it's like a free like double land. So like, yeah, sure. This one is one I'm not too sure about because it's 3 mana. Tap, get mana if your commander is identity. And I can also sacrifice the card to draw a card. So I'm not too sure for this one. I guess having a way to draw cards in a pinch doesn't sound that bad, but Path to exile, exile touch a creature, and the controller can get a land, which is like, I guess it works for like a quick removal. Is great. This is another one that only triggers when the commander is on the field. Oh. It says like, as long as you control your commander. So as long as the commander is there, could you have a +2/+2? This creature gets +2/+2, another creature gets +2/+2, and they have Trample, which is like piercing damage. Great. Oh, I like this one. 2 mana, and I can tap it to a mana of any color of green. And also, if I have 4 creatures, which is like easy on the deck, I can tap it for 2 mana. She's like, ooh. It has 0 attack, which is like, March of Multitudes. This one is great. Like Convoke, and it costs like white, green, and Eds. So I can convoke it with all the tokens. It can get like 100. It's an instant, so I can cast it in other people's turns. And basically, I create a 1/1 soldier with lifelink for each Eds, like for each extra mana I spent for the spell. So like, it can be a lot. If I like my turn is about to like the last people before my turns is ending, right? The player before me is ending their turn. I have like extra mana. I can cast this one. I can have like extra mana. No, I have untapped creatures. Like if I have untapped creatures, I just tapped all of them, and like way more bodies. Yeah, I like it. Plains, another land. Oh, this one doesn't enter tapped if I have like a lot of lands, so this deck is not that hard. When a witness enters the battlefield, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Any target card? Yes, okay, so I can recycle some of the cool spells. Like give me like draw cards or something. Yeah, that's amazing. When Karametra's favor enters the battlefield, draw a card. No. Oh, it's an enchantment. Okay, I was like, it's a creature? Okay, it's an enchantment. So I can enchant the creature, I draw a card, and the creature has, add 1 mana of any color. So basically, this is a card that I want to cast on her. So I can like cast her, tap, get the creature, and get the effect. I will take it. Oh, this is one of the cards. This is the one of the cards that were not lands that I added myself. It's called Growing Ranks, which is a 4 mana card. And it says at the beginning of your upkeep, so at the start of your turn, basically, create a token. I changed it for another one that was an enchantment to enchant a creature. Like it was basically this, but more expensive and such. It wasn't that good. But this one is great because it creates tokens every turn. Like I cast 4 mana. It's slow, right? That's the problem with this card. But in a commander game, I think I get a lot of value. Maybe it's too slow. That's the problem with this one. I feel like it may be too slow. Oh, it populates. Sorry, not creating a token. It creates a copy of a token. So, that's the problem. Yes. So as long as I have a token with a lot of like +1s or something, like, yeah, I can copy that one and get a copy and copy and copy and copy. Like, Hello back. I'm everyone. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, another way to tap creatures. Great. Oh, this one is a bit weird. Oh, because, no, okay. So, like, it says here, like, when saying a Century came into play, return a land you control to its owner's hand. So I can use a land and then return it. And it will be a good investment because this land gives me like 2 mana. I'm not losing much. If I use the mana before that, I'll take it. Destroy all creatures with toughness 4 or greater. This is great. Like this one is great to like clear the board a little. No, you can't. It's a Ruben. You call me Eru, but not Ben. It's not Ben. That's one of the few nicknames that I will prohibit with prejudice, right? Like, I'm mad because there's a lot of Ben or Rubens that have like E at the front that I didn't notice before I registered my accounts. I was like, oh, God, I hate you guys. I'm a Ruben. I don't care you are an E Ruben or you sell Ruben sandwiches. I'm the original. No, I will get mad. Like this is that's one of the few things that will make me go mad. Like that will piss me off. That's the level of like, please no. Most other stuff, I don't think like I can't think of anything else that will like make me like mad more than that. Yes, like yeah, it makes me mad that that and Reuben will make me mad because yes, I didn't notice the word like people may call me Ben or may call me like Reuben or Reuben sandwich. I don't mind a Reuben sandwich, but Reuben, yeah, like yes, Uncle was a hero, but that's not my name. It's Eru or Eruben. It's like I call like I'm like if I call you Re, like yes, no, you're Mori, no, you're not Re, right? When you make like a nickname, is the start of the name, not the end. Oh yes, there's a sandwich which is called like Reuben sandwich, right? Re, yeah, exactly. Google Reuben sandwich. Oh, let me Google myself. I'm showing the Google like what I'm doing. What are you doing, Reuben? It's a New Yorker sandwich. Yeah, it looks like really tasty, but yes, not a sandwich. And a Reuben sandwich is fine, and a Reuben sandwich is not. You say sandwich like Iron Mouse. Sandwich. I mean, yeah, we say in Argentina we say sandwich with she. Well, we say sanguche. That's the problem. People tell me like I say ñoms weird too, which is noms, I guess. Noms. I say ñoms because in Spanish, well, yeah, in Spanish is ñomos. Yeah, it's because in Spanish it's ñomo with like ñ. So when I read in English, it's the same. Because it's I think it's fine to say ñomo. Yeah, you can write it like ñomo. I think yeah, you can look at writing like ñomo with a chi like ñomo, but we pronounce it like ñomo, right? Like if we put like ñomo, it's fine. No, no, yeah, no. It's we say ñomo, ñomo with like ñ. Ñ is nch, not nomt. Yeah, like that's the problem with like a lot of like local ways to say it. I think ñomo is more of an Argentina thing with ñ. But yeah, okay, it's ñomos. Sos un ñomo de jardín. You're a garden gnome. Okay, to me it's like ñomo. A whoever doesn't like it, I don't know. Screw you, I guess. You're ñomed. You're ñomed. Yeah, I learned that I say nyums weirdly when I started playing D&D online. And we were like, I was like, oh, I'm making a nyum. And people were like, what? Are you making what? I'm like, I'm making a nyum. Or like, you mean num? Or like, yeah, nyum. The same. Or same thing. But in Argentina, we say like shubia instead of lluvia, which is like the proper pronunciation. So I guess like, we are weird. A nyum, bro. Yeah, exactly. It's like nyum. Nyums are great. Like one of the last times I played D&D, I made like a nyum who had the ability to become giant, like become like I don't know if he was large or giant in size, but you can become like super big. He was like super small nyum and suddenly become ripped. I was punching people. It was super fun. It was really Hulk, but like he stayed in control. Like he was on fire and he could scream to cause damage. It's so weird. Small giant, yeah, small giant, but more giant than small. So yeah, that was my Commander adventure. It was fun. Have two decks now. I need to convince people to play now, right? I'm going to try to convince a friend. We need to go and watch Spider-Verse on, I think it's on Friday, right? Or Tuesday or Thursday, I don't remember. So maybe I can like convince a friend to play with me then, or convince my brother. We'll see. Yeah, it was super fun. I play Pokemon Go too. Capture a lot of Pokemons. Well, mainly I got items, right? Because I don't go out a lot, so I get like dry on items. Due to that, I have a lot of my Pokemons like dead because I don't have healing items. Because I need to go out more. But I think I can go like every 2 weeks if I like get out of work early on a Friday to play. I need to try out that Wednesday store near my house. I will need to get out like super early if they end like if they end at like 7 p.m. It's super early, dude. Like oh that might going to be painful, but I need to go at least to try it. So I can tell you guys how it went at least, right? It's content, right? It's all for the content. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. But yeah, I think like the two decks are fun. Like people are like, oh, you need to like fine tune your decks, or like, but like, I don't know. I'm happy with both decks how they are at the moment. I think I want to make more decks. Probably not buy another one, but maybe like a pre-made. Maybe I can make another one. I have a lot of cards. I bought that commander that what's his name? Vesper friend told me to buy because it was cool, and I saw the card and it was cool. So I can make a blue deck eventually. Let me show you to you guys. I bought a few like cheap legendary cards because I thought they look cool. I need to check more planeswalker that may be cheap that I could buy to have like more planeswalker options. I mean, even if they are a bit bad. I think here. So this is probably my next commander project. It's a white, red, blue card. It's like Hinata. Oh, we're talking about this. You're shocking because it was Hinata like the one in Naruto, which is called Hinata Downcrowned, which is a creature with flying trample. It costs 4 mana, and it says spell you cast costs 1 less to cast for each target. So basically, like allows to cast like multi-cast spells, which I have a few, like so I can use some of the cards here. And spell your opponent cast costs 1 more to cast for each target. So basically, like allows me to cast multi-target spells cheaply and make it so like my opponent's multi-target spells cost more. So it can be fun, I think. I'll do it a try eventually, but I need more blue cards. I don't have good blue cards. That's the problem. Yeah, looking at that, yeah, it was cheap. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's get it. Like, I need to check like one planeswalkers I can buy that are cheap, right? Like, let's go to advanced search. Can I go to advanced search and say like, give me all the Planewalkers? Oh, another thing that was super weird. Okay, let me talk about this. I remember something. So, something that surprised me that I found like a bit weird because I don't know the culture is that everyone has like a folder of cards, which are cards they are selling. So basically, like, everyone was selling cards all over the place. It was like a bit intense for my taste. Like everyone, like whenever someone saw me, they was like, "Can I see your folder? Do you want to see my folder? Want to see your folder? Folder." I'm like, "What? What are you guys talking about?" So it was like it seemed like reselling cards inside the store to other players is it's common. I was never into TCGs that much, so I didn't know it was. You know, like it's something common. Just didn't know about that. And but I was like, I don't have extra cards. I'm sorry. Like I don't have cards. And they were selling them a good price, but they were like quite a lot of cards. Like, and at one point, like one of the players was like, "Oh yeah, like I bought this set for like $300, and then I resold all the cards, and I got like $400 or $500 of the last." I was like, "What are you talking about? That's my monthly salary. What? Excuse me? What are you talking about?" So yeah, it's a wild world that with people that are intense and they manage numbers that I don't manage. Yeah, like I felt a bit out of place with some of the discussions because I was like, am I going to get like that eventually? Probably not, right? Because I'm a hoarder. Why would I sell you my cards? They are mine. I don't want to sell them. Yeah, people were like, "Oh, I had like this deck. I took it apart completely. I sold it all apart." And I'm like, "Why? Why do you sell it?" And the guy that came from like the city which is near to mine, right? Uh, what he was like saying like, "Oh, I put these cards in a sleeve because if not, my friend's going to get mad and stuff like that." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I play with cards without the sleeves all the time too. I should put them here too to like seem more normal." And they were like, "Yeah, right." And the other guy, like the guy was playing mainly blue decks. He was so offended. He was like, "But no, it's about like taking care of the cards because they are yours. You take care about them." I'm like, "Dude, I take care of them. Like I don't use them to wipe my butt with them. I don't put food on them. Like I take care of them. They are to play. They are playing cards, right?" And he was like, "No, it's to keep the value of the card." But I was like, "Dude, I don't sell cards. Like I just use them to play myself or with my friends. Like chill out." And he was like, "No, even if you don't sell them, yeah, it's there for you." I'm like, "No, sorry. Like it's I don't share the same opinion." So he got really really mad with me. Or like, I don't know what to tell you, and it was an intense moment. And the guy that was near, like lived near to me, who was like, "Yeah, I just sometimes like I give them like this, and sometimes I like don't sell them, just give them a gift." I'm like, "Yes, that's isn't that normal?" Like I don't know. It's a wild world. It's a wild, wild world. I don't get it. It was the one that was going crazy. It was the guy that was like across me, like not in front of me, but across. That was playing like the blue decks. He was nice. He was like just quirky and special. I don't know. He was special, but he was nice. Right, that's the important part. So I was not mad at them. I was just like confused about like their world views. He was also like trying to sell everyone like a VR headset. So I'm like, what? I don't know. It's a wild, wild world. I had fun, but I felt out of place. Like I met people that when I told them like, yeah, I want to play mainly Commander, they were like, you're going to spend all your life savings. And there were other people like the guy like lived like near my house, and the guy like took my place when I left the spot, right? Like was my replacement on the commander table. That were like, just play whatever you want, have fun. You can play a deck with like low cost cards and have fun. Don't worry. So like, there's a lot of people with different views around the table. So like, yeah, I I started to notice that I wasn't going to look eye to eye with a lot of people. Like, I was just playing this as a hobby with like super low expectations. Like, the most I'm considering um spending or doing is like, oh yeah, like I'm tempted to buy like the Lord of the Ring set bots or whatever because I like Lord of the Rings, but they're a bit expensive with the reselling and everything else. I'm like, and it's a bit I don't have the money at the moment. That's the problem. So I may wait, and if I find a bots later, I may buy it later. Probably not, but like nah, I don't know if it will be if I will have fun. I'm not very competitive. Yeah, me either. That's the problem. Like I just want to have fun. Hello, Estelius. How's it going? Welcome. Yeah, people are tryhards. Yeah, some people are tryhards, but they had fun overall. You just arrived at the end of my discussion about everything. I was just telling the last stories. Where I was going to check like what are good playing walkers I could buy later, but look at that. So like the era of the old deck is gone. We remade the deck to be like a feather the redeem deck. So it's all of instance now. Yeah. So I know it's an instant deck, and I bought the pre-made token deck, the white one. So I'm happy. I have two decks now. This one seems to be like the Feather is such a better commander. Like I wasn't able to test it yet, but already like doing like test draws. Like it's insane. Like being able to recycle cards. It's like yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, it's a she. I didn't know she was a she. I think she's right. I thought it was a he, but yeah, he's great. She's great. Like being able to recycle cards. Like I was thinking about changing the commander, and everyone on the game store they were like, "Yes, change it for Feather." I was like, "Yes, I already bought Feather. I want need to rebuild the deck at home." Yeah, exactly. Like I had to remove like I had like around 20 or so enchantments and some creatures that I didn't like or they were like enchantment related. So I removed all of them and replaced them all with sorceries and instants. Almost every ancient is human. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's good to know. That's a part of the lore I didn't know. But like I bought some of the like cards that I wanted to buy. Like I bought the mana stones. So that's great. And let me show like that one. Super excited to try the part the fleet or whatever it was called. Where is it? Trying to find that Fleet Ahoy card. I don't remember the name. What was the name of that card? I can't find it. Well, I can find it, but that one like, I can like create 1/1 token, soul the earth whenever the creature attacks. I can cast it every turn and like grow exponentially my board. And I have like I added like artifact that allows me to like tap creatures to gain mana, so I can tap the tokens to get mana to cast more spells. So I'm like, I want this. I don't know. I find it super fun. I was trying to like thinking like to browse some cards. Like I bought Hinata. Oh yeah, I bought Hinata like you recommended because Hinata looked cool. I was like, yeah, let's buy her because we can remake this deck eventually to use Hinata, or I can make like Another deck for Hinata, right? Because she looked cool. And it wasn't too expensive, so having another legendary card to like build a deck around eventually is going to be great. Here, Hinata. I have Hinata to eventually make a blue deck, a red white blue deck. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I can totally have Hinata and Feather as one of the like the normal cards in the deck, right? So I can like clone spells and like I'm going to be great. Like, will this one with the fleet one? Oh, like let me see if I can find the fleet spell I was talking about. Oh, this one, launch the fleet. So like question. Launch the fleet says this spell costs one more to cast for each target beyond the first, right? And Hinata says like spells cost one less to cast for each target beyond the first one, right? Can I just cast it for free for 1 mana to all creatures? Because Hinata says one less for each target, and this one says one more for each target, so 1 mana. Yeah, damn, that's amazing. That's super cool. Yeah, this sounds like a really cool card. I need to get good blue cards, right? I don't have. I need some more counter spells and stuff like that, right? Probably. What could be like? I'm trying to see like, can I search for like? Can I search for like Place Walker? I wonder. No. Let me search like Commander. No, Prince Walker by price. Like, I wonder like I have like this one came with a shiny uh the one of the shinies, the white one, the 3 mana white one. I need that's my first Planeswalker. Like I wonder like which are like cheap Planeswalkers to buy. So you have a spell like Gridlock here that will let you cast it for a single you to tap everything. Damn. Gridlock. So tap target null and permanent. Oh, damn. That's toxic. Oh, that's amazing. Damn. What are cheap planeswalker, right? Planeswalker. I don't know. That's like I want to. A lot of don't have prices. Which are the cheapest planeswalkers? Oh, I was talking about I told in chat like I didn't know about that culture like having like a folder. Like everyone's in the store was asking me like, "Oh, do you have a folder? Where's your folder?" I'm like, I don't sell cards. I don't know. Sorry, this is my first time playing a store. I don't know. Because the sign becomes you all turn all your opponent creature into peace. Oh god. Yeah, definitely you need to help me eventually make a Hinata blue deck. That sounds fun. Why don't they have arts? I want to see the arts. Oh, it doesn't tell me like card. One of the guys have like a wolf deck. This site sucks. I want something that shows me the picture. I want to see pretty pictures. Doodles the Pink Walker, that was a set? Oh god. What's a good place to look at cards? I want to see pictures. Can you show me pictures? No. Scryfall. A site? One search. Uh. Ooh. Stats, paper, format, sets, criteria. Planeswalker? No. Okay, I can't. This is not a criteria. Mega Boost Planeswalker. Flavor text. Lore Finder. Mega Boost Planeswalker. Uh, Here? Planeswalker? Planeswalker. There we go. Is Planeswalker. There we go. And where is price? Price is less than $2. Search. Yeah, fine. Oh, this is the one I have. This, a shiny color of the price. This is the one that came with the token deck. With this one. There's a lot of Ashani's. Why is Ashani so cheap? Ashani, what happened to you? Why did it hurt you so much? Poor cat. Your control have vigilance. Ooh, that's so fun. You gain 3 life. Oh, I have a card that allows me to draw cards when I gain life. Put the one counter on each creature you control. A loyalty counter on each. Oh, and a loyalty counter. This one sounds fun. Why so cheap? This sounds great. No, I want to see colors in general. I just want to see like cheap Planeswalkers just to check. But like, why is this one so bad? This one sounds great. For 4 mana, it doesn't sound that bad. Also for Commander, right? Vigilance, good loyalty. I guess it's not an endbreaker, but yeah, one mana creature you control. You can use it like for. Really? For me, to me, it sounds super great. Let me search it. Shiny. The Gritter. To me, it sounds fun. Is it in stock? Oh, it's not in stock. Boo. Boo. Can I add it to wish list? Ah, I know register. Let me write it down. I don't know, that one sounds fun. Could be useful. I can't see this one. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put all non-land permanent cards revealed this way into your hand. And the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. Okay. Style target creature. Its control against life equals to its power. That could be problematic. Oh god, like if you style a creature you own, then you're like ridiculous amounts of life. Like I was telling chat like before that one of the games I played, one of the players had like a creature with like 200 or 400 life. It was super insane. Imagine you use that card, this card with that, and you get like 400 life, and you're like, yeah, try to kill me. Put 5 +1 counter on each creature you control, and 5 loyalty counters on each other planeswalker. Oh, so it's like you want to play with other planeswalkers. Interesting. Poor Shani. Why are you so cheap? Put 2 1/1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Reveal card from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put a card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Okay, those are not bad. Put X 1/1 counters on each untouched creature with X your life total. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's a Planeswalker deck card. Oh, okay. Like all the shinies look great. I like a shiny. We already checked that one last time. People don't have menace. A mass. Puts 2/1 counters on an army you control. Oh, you need to have like an army deck. Okay. You don't control one, create a 0 black zombie army creature token first. Okay. I can see why that one is not great. Oh, this is like a werewolf, right? Yeah, transform. At the end of turn, up to one target creature gets +2/+2 and gains vigilance and haste. Okay, that one is not bad. +2/+2 and vigilance and haste? That's super good. 0 put a choo-choo. Oh, I guess it doesn't have it anyway. Oh, probably in the other side. Put a choo-choo green wolf creature token on the battlefield transforms Alling Court. Oh, okay. Creature control get +1/+1. Again, trample on the end of turn. Okay. Embrace the Moon deals 3 damage to target creature or player, and it goes back. Okay. You get an emblem which, with creatures you control, have haste and tap. This creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. But this one sounds super good. I guess it's slow, but sounds fun. Yeah, you need like 4 turns in order to do all the effect, but that sounds fun. Daybone. A player casts no spell during their own turn, becomes 9 next turn. Until your next turn, you may cast creature spells. So they have flash. This creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter. That sounds great. 2 creatures, wolf, token, nightbound. Yeah, player casts at least 2 spells, yes. Oh, just mana. At the end of turn, only the Moon's Fury becomes a 5/5 werewolf. Creature with trample and structure and haste. Damn. And that is like 0. Dude. No, those are the yes. These cards you need like the you need to play. You can only play these cards with like the non-transparent sleeves, right? Like my sleeves are transparent, right? So I will need to buy like, if I want to play this card, I need to buy like the normal the like opaque sleeves, because yeah, you need to like turn it around. Like that's a pro. I find that super weird. I guess it's an staple of like magical like trading cards at the moment, like to have like the opaque sleeves, but I don't know if it seems weird to me. Oh, this one doesn't transform. You control that's a wolf or a werewolf enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1. Create a 2/2 green wolf token. This one seems bad. That's super expensive. Specialty your open control can't cause the controller to search the library. Oh, that's interesting. That player puts the top 4 cards of the into the graveyard and inside each opponent's graveyard. Oof. The card here a little. Can I make it a bit bigger? No. The card here put the top 2 cards delivered into the graveyard, put a creature card from graveyard into the battlefield. I can understand why some of these are super cheap. Now that doesn't afford because she was released in War of the Spark. She was both a Planeswalker heavy set and also not a set built around flip cards. They want to make Arlene only flip card. A bit weird of a reasoning. But I get ya. They could have not released her, right? Like given that. Magic is a bit weird with that sometimes, I feel. Well, that's how it looks to me. as a not heavy into the magic person yet. Oh, I saw the preview of the new Aragon card, the legendary one. I'm like, man, that looks super cool. The one with Arwin, I think it was, right? That looks super cool. I want her to be one of the 30s. Oh, okay, okay. We're just yet, but that link has a lot of fans. I imagine as much. She looks cool. Like, I like her design, but I think she looks cooler when she becomes like a giant ball of fur and fury, right? I imagine her fans wants that, right? Put a counter up to one target creature against Vigilance at the end of turn. Okay, that's not bad. When a creature attacks this turn, put a. Oh, it's a bit spell. 6 mana? What? For that shit? When a creature attacks this turn, put a 1 counter on it. Okay, that's a good effect. That's not bad. But, like, the token plus super 2 and gain flying at the end of turn. Yeah, like, it's expensive for all that. And it was a lot of fun to see the world. Yeah, like it's. Yeah, it makes sense. And Bartley is also a Planeswalker deck card. Oh, okay, okay. That's why it was cheap. Put on one counter on up to. It's weird that it's a Planeswalker deck. I don't know. I don't understand like expensive Planeswalker, right? Because Planeswalker like need all the loyalty stuff in order to do the stuff. Like if the Planeswalker is too expensive, kind of misses the point, right? You want it to go out early. Put on counter on top of one creature against instructor at the end of turn. Okay. When one or more no token creatures attack this turn, create that many 1/1 white soldier creature token attacking. Oh. You have an emblem with at the beginning of combat on your turn. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. They put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. Bob? What? Bay of Peoples? As Bob, Baby of Beebles, enter the battlefield, create 4/1/1 blue Beeble creature tokens. The number of loyalty counters on Bob is equal to the number of Beebles you control. Excuse me? Can I sacrifice bubbles up to its starship? What? The special Beeble can be located this turn where it's the number of cards in your hand. Wait a second, but the number of loyalty counters on Bob is equal to the number of Beebles you control. Oh, okay, to sacrifice Beebles. Oh, so I get. Oh, that sounds fun. What the fuck? That's a new end card. Okay, makes sense. Gotcha. Yeah, I see the border. It wasn't. Yeah. I mean, I love it. Yeah, the open worker there was to be a cheaper product for players to buy that has a simple place worker as a face art. Oh, okay. Yeah, place worker look cool. That's the thing, like kind of like a special card that you put on the side. I like the more after you cast it, you spend more money on it and it's generate stuff. It's fun as a concept. It can also be super annoying. Like when I started playing Arena in like 2018, 19, whatever, one of the most annoying stuff on Arena was like playing against Planeswalker decks without having a Planeswalker. Because it was also the time when the Teferi Planeswalker was around and he did some stupid shenanigans and it was so annoying. So annoying. So annoying. I don't remember what the Teferi did, but I remember it was being super annoying. It was like a 3 mana Teferi, I think it was. The 3 mana. I'm pretty sure it was 3 mana. I think I return cards to my hand or something. 3 mana Teferi. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 3 mana one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this one. Yeah, it was super serious. Like, at the next turn, you may cast sorcery spells so they have flash. Yes. Like, basically, they were casting spells all over your turn, which was super annoying. And your opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. Like, you can't cast spells. They can cast spells on your turn, which are sorceries, which are stupid. That's the idea of sorceries, right? They're stupid. Stupidly good, right? Because you can only cast them on your turn. And the -3, like, they can use the -3 the minute they enter the battlefield. Like, if it had 3 loyalty, it wouldn't be as bad. So do up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Yeah, like, it returns everything to your hand and draw a card. Like, it's like 3 mana, draw a card, screw your opponent. Turn 3. Like, why? Why so stupid? Teferi, or Teferi, as some call him. It's so stupid. The 3 mana static ability. Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know you can cast instants, so like you're screwed. You have an instant-based deck. Yeah, it bounces everything. Yeah, and it was rampant. We started playing, like, whenever I saw the fire, it was like, why? I remember it was also something related with the City Blessing. I don't remember how the City Blessing worked, like City Blessing, empty shell. I don't remember what it does, but I remember City Blessing was also annoying. Yeah, 4 mana, 3 loyalty, and it would have been strong, but not stupid, right? Because you draw a card, like, you return your opponent a card to their hand, basically killing all their tempo, and you get a card for free too. You are drawing a card, like, for free. Yeah. Oko was insane. Like, I couldn't play Kronos of Eldraine when it came out, right? But I was watching streams of it, and Oko was insane. Like, it lasted, what, like, less than a month? And that card was insane. Oko basically was a card. Let me Google it for a second. Let me see City Blessing, what it does. City Blessing refers to a rascal in the city that had different faction raising for what it does. Well, you have sent it to the highest temple of rascal power immortal. I don't know what City Blessing does, but I remember it was annoying. Yeah, I remember that the City Blessing was all over the place too. Oko, MTG. Yeah, but I remember it was, like, really annoying. There was a lot of annoying cards that used the City Blessing. I don't remember how it worked, but I remember I was annoyed by it. That's the only thing I remember. I was annoyed by it. So this is Oko. This is the most infamous Magic the Gathering card ever. For 2, it's a, oh god, why it's 3 mana, right? 4 loyalty. For 2 mana, you get a full token. Full tokens are tokens that you can sacrifice to get 1 mana, right? Or no, 1 life, right? Then I must probably it. Yeah, most likely. Like, full token gives you like 3 life. Okay, give you 3 life, which is decent, but this was combined with a card which was like Golden Goose, I think it was, that allowed you to tap full tokens for mana. Yeah, pay 2 mana, like the full gain 3 life. I remember it was combined with another card that allowed you to tap the full for mana. There we go. Sacrifice full to make mana. So basically,
Thank you so much for the follow Delver _of_farts69 and welcome to this mess we call a stream tilde.
Thank you, Delver. That's quite the name. So yeah, basically, yeah, you sacrifice for 2 loyalty. You are creating mana, which is already insane. And target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk with 3 power and 3 toughness. Like it's a polymorph, right? And you can target is target artifact or creature. It's not your creature, it's any creature. Basically, yeah, you can make the food into elks. You can make your opponents into elks. You can make anything into an elk. Basically, you are nerfing everything. Your opponent has like a really strong cards. No, it's an elk now. It was insane. Yeah, you have Wicked World, has got full green structure and 1/1 go there. It's not just that. It's a combination of everything. Like, that's the problem. And it's a plus ability. Yes, that's the other thing. Like, you are nerfing your opponent. Like, the logic. So, let's analyze the logic of this card, right? You are like, Wizard of the Coast, where like, okay, you are making your opponent, you're giving your opponent a 3/3, which in Magic is a decent body, right? It's not like, wow, insane, but the 3/3 is decent, right? So the logic is like, okay, yes, you're removing your opponent's big creature, but you're giving them a decent body. But no, a tricky creature is nothing. Is that, first of all, it's like a token, right? And second, which there's ways to remove tokens easily. Also, you are removing the ability. And most cards, the important part is the ability. So, like, I don't know what they were thinking. This card, like, enabled a lot of combos. Nerf creatures, it gets a plus for an ability that should be like a -2. It has already 4 loyalty. So, like, by default, you're going to be using either of these 2. So, it's going to be like a 6 or a 5, turn 1, turn 3, I mean. They have creatures, like, there was a lot of way to quickly ramp it for like turn 2. It was also bad. And I don't know if the last 5 was ever used. Exchange control of target artifact or creature you control, and target creature opponent controls with power 3 or less. Yeah, you can like steal a card from your opponent, but doesn't matter. You are just going ham. Like deleting all the cool artifacts or creatures your opponent has, creating full for more mana. Like, this card was insane. It's infamous now. Yeah, yeah. You have like make full loyalty and yeah. Yeah, like even 5 loyalty is hard to remove. Because you're playing green. You have other ways to like put the other bodies on the table already. So even if you have like only 5, it's hard to remove 5. Maybe for red it's not that hard, but for other colors it's super hard. So yeah, this card was insane. Full on insane. Like people were like, how does this card came from like testing? Because Wizard of the Coast in theory test cards, right? Like how did this happen? Oh, I'm just like it's a bit late, so I need to end the stream. But let me ask you a last question before ending the stream. As like my favorite like guild is Golgari. I used to play a lot of Golgari back in the day in Arena. What is a good like cheap commander archetype I can aim to build like a Golgari deck, like a commander? What is a cheap good Golgari commander that I could aim to? No, I'm so tired. I'm curious what you think. Also, I'm trying to convince Vesper to play commander. I'm saying like, Vesper, come on, you can do it. Can play together. Can make you an Animu deck for Cockatrice. Come on. A tough one, yeah. It's a lot of Chandras. Why are there so many Chandras? Why are there so many Chandras? How many Chandras are there? I know there were a lot of Chandras, but I didn't know there were that many Chandras. That's a lot of Chandras. I better do a slime foot myself. Slime foot MTG. Oh, hello. Whenever a sapling you control dies, Slime foot the stowaway deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. 4 mana. Get a 1/1 green sapling creature token. That sounds fun. Let me see. Oh, it's super cheap. Yeah, I like it. I wonder if I have sapling friendly, like, they have sapling friendly cards. So I wonder if I have, like, let me say, let's check. Anti X. What is the name of this site? Direct no. Uh, Deck stats. Like slime food. Search decks. More options. Format. Commander. Slime food. The stowaway. Baby Lisaga. Baby Lisaga. Sacrifice up to 3 permanents. Is there were 3 or more card types among the sacrifice permanents? Each opponent loses 3 life. You gain 3 life. And you draw 3 cards. That sounds super complex. Yeah. This is a bit too complex for me. It sounds cheap, which I like. Yeah, you need to build a lot around that one. Can you see the price? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. That's not bad price wise. There's a few cheap ones. Norco Zero. I like that one. Can I watch the cards? No, I want to. Oh, there we go. So that is Sapperling. Okay. How Evolving Wilds? Let's see, like, if I see. I think I have Golgari Locket. I'm pretty sure I have Golgari Locket. And the city pricing, I think I have it too. I don't know if I have a Dundee Center. It's insane how hard it is to get Llanowar Elves. Like, it seems like a really common card, and I can't find it. I didn't saw it listed, like, anywhere here. Lateral Blade is very fun to use for Gary decks. Yes, I saw some decks for Lateral. Laterals looked really fun. A Neo Tribal looked fun, but the problem is that some of the elves are quite expensive. Not a problem. Like, cool elves Seems to be like Llanowar elves. I couldn't find any Llanowar elves in this area around here. All hard reclamation stage. It come with the token one. The ones is a bit easier to build, except for the Llanowar elves. The problem with the elf tribal is like elf cards are expensive. A lot of them. At least they look like that to me. I don't know. But the one seems cool. And it's another token deck. And it's a deck. Price of popularity. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. There's an isekai. Okay. Last final fun fact of the night before I go to bed because it's super late. But there's an isekai manga. It got canceled like after 10 issues or so. So it like had a really rush ending, which is like in another world with my elf deck, which is like about someone who got isekai while holding their Magic the Gathering elf deck, right? It's not, they don't say Magic the Gathering, but it's Magic the Gathering, right? And they have an elf tribal deck, and they can use their cards in the isekai and start like getting an elf army, and they're playing against like basically other planeswalkers, right? They're basically more like a commander, but they are not playing Highlander because they have multiple copies of cards, right? But it's basically like commander decks in another world. It was super fun. Sadly, got cancelled. Like the main character, like allied with like basically the black commander, and I think they got at what point they managed to like get the white. I don't remember the white commander or like a white legendary card. No, the white commander. They managed to like get them hostage. I think they stole some of their cards. I don't know. It was super stupid, but it was fun because each day was a turn, right? So each day they can draw a card and put mana, and it was super, super fun. Sadly, it got cancelled, but I like it a lot. It was original, right? Well, it wasn't original. It was fun to see like the concept applied to the isekai. So I liked it, but yeah, sadly cancelled. I don't think it was a visual, like a web novel. I think it was just like an original manga. But yeah, that's the last thing we're going to be talking about today. I'm tired. Throat is a bit throaty already. I've been having a lot of calls today. I had a meeting chat before the stream, so I was already talking for like an hour before the stream. So yes, I need to go to bed, rest my throat, probably watch some more CDQ. And tomorrow I need to work more. So yeah, have an amazing night. I believe in you. We're going to convince Vesper to play Commander with us. It's going to happen. They can't run away from both of us. We're going to attack Vesper from two fronts. We got this. I'm tempting them with like maybe an anime deck, but I think the dim deck you made for them, based on them, that's a good bet too. So we're going to get it. I believe in us. Have an amazing rest of your day, night, whatever's your time zone, everyone. See you again on Thursday, probably. I'm planning everything this week around CDQ because I want to watch a lot of the speedruns. So we will see how I'm going to plan everything around. We're going to be streaming on Sunday for sure. This week for sure. But we'll see if we are going to be streaming either Thursday or Friday. We will see. Have an amazing night, everyone. See you later. And ending. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for coming. See ya. Probably more Magic the Gathering content of some kind soon too, because I'm enjoying these streams. Bye-bye. I can't find the button. There we go. Bye. See ya, guys.